Welcome back, everybody, to this Tuesday edition of Breaking with Branch, March 19th, 2019. Today I want to talk about somebody who has clearly been a crazy person in the past. They are clearly psychotic, they have mental issues, and they need help. Okay? It's come out this weekend. It's been a pretty big deal. I'm not sure how many people have actually done the digging to read what has come out. And if you guess that I'm going to talk about Robert Francis O'Rourke, and if you say, wait, who's that? Let me tell you, that's Beto O'Rourke. They don't use his real name very much on the mainstream media. They like to use his fake name, Beto O'Rourke, which is a nickname for Robert, to pander to his Hispanic voters down in Texas, which most of the votes, Hispanic votes down there, are illegitimate anyways. But he doesn't care. As long as he wins, it's okay. It doesn't matter how you win. It's just the fact that you win. People don't worry about voting for someone because of their character anymore. You're supposed to vote for somebody based on what they believe, based on their past voting record, and based on what they do and their actions and their character, not on their name, just because it's Hispanic, not because he wants to identify as a trans-Hispanic person, whatever that even means. I didn't know you could just change your nationality as on a whim. Nationality doesn't even matter. You vote for somebody based on what they do, not the color of their skin. Martin Luther King said it, not me. Okay? Anyway, so it came out that some of these writings he did were a little bit weird. So I looked them up. And they weren't just a little bit weird, they are a lot weird. I'm going to read a couple of them for you. I'm going to read one in its entirety. I'm going to read another one, just a segment of another one. But I'm going to put the links down there. And if you want to look them up for yourself, if you don't believe me, they'll be down there. Feel free and be as blown away as I am at the craziness of this stuff. So the first one is called The Song of the Cow. Now he wrote these while he was a part of a hacking group called A Cult of the Dead Cow. So apparently it was a hacking group, but if you call it the Cult of the Dead Cow, and on some of these writings, I think it was probably a full-blown cult. And his nickname in that cult was Psychedelic Warlord. He thought he was so trendy. He thought he was so cool, but yet back in that time, if he was so trendy, you think you would have heard of him, but no, you only heard of him in the last few years, and that's it. Because he is the darling of the left. Because why? Oh, I'm Hispanic, vote for me. I'm a woman, vote for me. That's all they cry. They don't have any political points. They just want you to vote for them based on the color of their skin or their nationality or their gender. Whatever, it's ridiculous. But getting back to my point, we are going to read The Song of the Cow by Psychedelic Warlord, a.k.a. Beto O'Rourke, from The Cult of the Dead Cow. Now, this one's a little graphic, I guess. It's so weird and cringy. If you have a weak stomach, you might not want to listen to this, but I'm going to go ahead and read it, and these are his words, not mine. The Song of the Cow by Psychedelic Warlord. I need a butt shine right now. You are holy, O sacred cow. I thirst for you, provide milk. Buff my balls, good fortune for those that do. Love me, breathe my feet. The cow has risen. Wax my ass, scrub my balls. The cow has risen, provide milk. O milky wonder, sing for us once more. Live your life, everlasting joy. Thrust your hooves up my analytic passage. Enjoy my fruits. Provider of cheese and other wonderful dairy products, we will cleanse your inner intestines. We will bathe in your pungent odor. Gather cotton. Count my eyes. Smell my skin. Love the scarecrow and the milkman. I live only for eternity. Thirst for the undrinkable. Hold the heat. Praise the doughboy at the pizza shop. Love the oxen dung. Now, you might be thinking that I'm joking, but I'm not. That is a poem written by Robert Francis O'Rourke while he was in college, I believe. That's a little out there. That's a little weird. It's a little crazy talking about cows' intestines and bathing in pungent odor. I don't know who would want to do that except maybe a demon. It's disgusting. Very cringy, very creepy, but it's out there, and they want this as your next president, people. They want Beto O'Rourke as the president of the United States. Lord help us. Okay, now the second one is what really ticked me off because it's disgusting, it's psychotic, it's something you would see on Criminal Minds or something like that, a show where some weirdo's just out there killing people. Now he wrote this one, and it's called Visions from the Last Crusade, and I'm just going to read an excerpt from this one. Just it's a weird little piece that he wrote there, and it's psychotic. It really is. And here we go. I noticed two children crossing the street. They were happy to be free from their troubles. I knew, however, that this happiness and sense of freedom were much too overwhelming for them. This happiness was mine by right. I had earned it in my dreams. As I neared the young ones, I put all my weight on my right foot, keeping the accelerator pedal on the floor until I heard the crashing of the two children on the hood, and then the sharp cry of pain from one of the two. I was so fascinated for a moment that when after I stopped my vehicle, I just sat in a daze, sweet visions filling my head. Sweet visions filling your head? Are you kidding me? So he just accelerated when he saw two children. I guess he was jealous of their happiness, or he just felt like they're too happy, let me end that for them because life is going to be too hard. And he decided to run them down in his car, and then he gets sweet visions in his head. After that, this man is psychotic, okay? Now these writings are lunacy. They're idiotic and they're crazy. Now our forefathers and historians of the past and great men, you've read them. You've read their writings, you've read their quotes, you've seen their vision by reading what they had to write back then. This is not even close to that. Those men were brilliant, intelligent, gifted. This is just foolishness and insanity. That's what it is. It's insanity. If you can't see that, you're blinded, and you need to ask the Lord to take those blinders off of you so you can see the truth and know when you hear something that is false and insane. Those men that built this country would turn in their graves if they heard this. I don't even think they would acknowledge it if they heard it. It would be so below their IQ, they wouldn't know what to do. That's how insane it is. This country wants this man for their president? I don't think that would be a wise choice. Of course, he is the darling of the left right now, one of them, of the 20 or so that they've been praising. And they want to put him as your president, and they want this man who writes these psychotic episodes down on paper to run this country. Folks, we are in desperate times. We need to band together. We need to love one another with the love of Jesus. And be good to your neighbor. Make friends, not enemies. Our country was founded on two sides, a left and a right, coming together, debating it, and coming to an agreement. Not censoring one or the other, not shaming one or the other, not yelling at one or the other, but talking it out. And maybe those conversations got heated, but in the end, they would always come to an agreement. Nations can't last without the Lord. The farther you get from God, the more you kick him out of your country, the farther you slip into oblivion. Just look at Rome. Look at China and all these great nations that were once so great that they were the power of the world, like America has been and arguably still is. But folks, we are on our last leg. We're on the way out the door. We've kicked God out of our country, and he's going to kick us out the door. So it's time for us to stand together, be strong, love your neighbor, tell others the good news, and get out there and fight the good fight, keep the faith, and press on. This has been Breaking with Branch. Thanks for watching. Until next time.
You can run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Run on for a long time.